Fed, rain, sleet, and snow are making for slippery conditions. We'll have a live look at downtown Rhinelanders roads.
Plus, a Wisconsin police department is looking to upgrade. We'll hear why they're switching firearms.
And more rate hikes from the Fed. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. We've got reporter Matt Weaver and Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller standing by for some live team coverage of our area's winter storm. But first, an armed suspect hiding from law enforcement is now in custody. We received the update just 20 minutes ago from the Oneida County Sheriff's Office. Earlier today, the Minocqua Police Department attempted to make contact with a suspicious male. That man was identified as 32-year-old Cody Hubner. He entered a vehicle and a pursuit began. After stealing another vehicle, he took off on foot into the woods with a gun. Hubner was on foot in the Cajun area on South Shore Road near Landing Resort. Now let's turn our attention to the weather we've been seeing today. Chief Meteorologist Jeff Weller is standing by on our weather deck. Jeff?
Yeah, hey Dan, all day today, freezing rain, sleet, and some rain, changing over to all snow tonight. Here are the advisories across the region right now, including here's a winter storm warning. That's for significant snowfall this evening into early parts of tomorrow morning. In fact, here's the radar. Again, still mixed precipitation on here with that combination of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. That will continue for a couple more hours, but a surge of moisture is on the way. That's arriving in parts of southern Wisconsin right now. That will change everything over to heavy snow tonight for everybody. In fact, here's a satellite picture showing the entire region. You can see across our area now. Look in the streetlights here in downtown Rhinelander. That glaze of ice is on everything. So we're going to throw heavy snow on top of a glaze of ice. That's going to lead to some very difficult travel conditions tonight and throughout the day tomorrow. In fact, here's that satellite picture showing all that moisture across parts of Illinois. That's all lifting due north into Wisconsin. That will be our heavy snow for us tonight. Okay, so outside now, you saw the picture of downtown Rhinelander. Lots of ice. The trees are weighted down already with more snow on the way. Our forecast then tonight, though, is snow developing heavy at times into tomorrow with low temperatures down near 30. Dan and Jessica.
Thank you, Jeff. Now let's get a check of road conditions in Rhinelander with Matt Weaver. Matt?
Yeah, Dan and Jessica, Jeff wasn't kidding out here. The roads are pretty slick. I had to take it slow with the icy roads on the way in. For those wondering, though, it's still a mixed bag of things out here. Some sleet, some snow, some freezing rain. It's all over the place, as Jeff said. But accumulation is the name of the game tonight, as we're going to get plenty of that going into the overnight hours. 8 to 12 inches expected out here. The Oneida County Highway Department is hard at work cleaning the roads. And from Minocqua to Pelican Lake, they've been out since 6 a.m. this morning and expect to be out for the next 12 to 14 hours.
We've been trying to monitor them throughout the day, get material on the grounds to try and stay ahead of any ice that might develop. Yep. The guys are out there, they're doing their best. You know, it takes time, but we just want everyone to get where they're going safely.
Using a mixture of sand, salt, and brine, they say the biggest concern is to get out there ahead of the traffic. They'll be ready to roll when the heavy snowfall comes in.
We try to play it by ear, kind of. That's, you know, we've got guys on all the routes throughout the county, and so we try to stay in contact with them to see what they're seeing, what the roads are doing, what the temperatures are doing.
Other than that, the basic recommendations is to drive safely and leave lights on. Hageman asks people to keep their distance from plow trucks. In fact, at least 200 feet is the law for any highway. As for those conditions out here, that snow is starting to get heavy and wet. Those kids that's perfect for them with their snowballs if they want to make those. But shoveling, not so much. Make sure you're careful with your back, bend with your knees if you're using the shovel. Also, some severe wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour are expected. So that said, power outages are not out of the question. But now, reporting live in the field from downtown Rhinelander, Matt Weaver for Newswatch 12.
Thank you, Matt. The Milwaukee Police Department is changing its firearms for safety-related reasons. On Wednesday, Mayor Cavalier Johnson announced a transition to new Glock G45 guns. This comes after the city's police officers union filed a suit against the city earlier this year. That suit said the main weapon that the department used before was able to discharge without pulling the trigger.
Those who serve this city have enough to worry about already, those police officers, that is. They certainly shouldn't have to worry about their sidearms firing off unexpectedly. These unexplained discharges have injured people, and that's completely unacceptable to me.
Department officials say they plan to have the new guns ready in early 2023 and that the entire transition should be completed by summer. Over the past couple of months, the Wisconsin DNR has been testing for PFAS in private wells all across the state.
Part of their testing found a well in the town of Stella in Oneida County far exceeds what would be considered healthy for human consumption. James Yock of the DNR spoke during a town hall meeting last night, saying that right now they're working to gather more information.
We had our initial detection probably a month and a half ago, and we're just really trying to build out our understanding of what's going on here.
The DNR's goal was to provide information to community members about what has been found. They say this way the community can stay informed and take precautions when using their well water.
And like what I mentioned in the meeting, this is more of an informational step for the township and those who may be impacted by the PFAS.
They say that there is, of course, many factors to consider. And if you're a resident of the town of Stella who may be impacted by these findings, head to the DNR's website and search PFAS. After 4 straight 3/4-point interest rate hikes, today the Federal Reserve announced a smaller increase. It comes as inflation looks to be slowing down.
Still, prices remain high and relief can't come soon enough for consumers this holiday season. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest from Washington.
Before I go into the details,
A Wausau native is making her mark at the Miss America pageant.
And people are experiencing vaccine fatigue. We'll have the details after Weather with Jeff.
All right, that combination of freezing rain, sleet, and snow today will change over to all snow tonight, thus a winter storm warning for everybody in our viewing area tonight for snow, heavy at times overnight into early parts of tomorrow morning, and also some wind in there as well. So here's the radar, and it's beginning to fill back in again. There's lots of moisture headed our way out of the Gulf of Mexico, so notice the darker greens and yellows. That's going to be intense snowfall rates once they get into the colder air across north central Wisconsin, which is turning over right now. So likely heavy sleet to begin this next round, and then some heavy snow overnight tonight into tomorrow. And looking outside now, you can see in the street lights, if you look at the lamp right there, do you see all that ice on the lamp? There's a glaze on everything. So now we are going to put that heavy snow on top of that glaze of ice, and that's going to lead to all sorts of issues tonight, not just traffic issues, but also with heavy weight in the trees with that heavy snow on top of the ice and a 40-mile-per-hour wind across our region tonight. Look at this system. It's fun to look at, right? It's powerful across the atmosphere. It's all wound up, transporting thousands of tons of moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico into the Midwest. This thing's a conveyor belt of moisture, and that rain is going to change over to freezing rain, sleet, and snow now across parts of Wisconsin, and it will get heavy later on tonight. So here we are now. It's not going to move much, so you can see the trajectory of this, the backside of it across parts of western Wisconsin. So all of this is moving in our direction, and we are going to be in that heavy snow band for us tonight. All right, let's walk you through it. So here we are about 8:30 or so this evening, looking at that heavy precipitation entering north central Wisconsin, likely starting as some really heavy sleet, changing over to heavy snow quickly. So getting around tonight is going to be a thing, especially after, say, 10 o'clock, and then change over to all snow as the atmosphere cools off tonight. And then look, it's going to sit and spin over us overnight tonight into tomorrow. These darker blues are all heavy snow right across north central Wisconsin. We should see a break in the action tomorrow morning-ish, followed by that thing's going to sit over us for a couple days with that chance for snow in the forecast for a couple days around here, although the heaviest snow will arrive for us tonight. And it looks like still a widespread 6 to 10-inch snowfall. I took it back just a bit, but still a couple of you will get close to a foot of snow before we get to Friday afternoon. And then also on Friday, there could be another little system in the area that could bring us an inch or two of snow on Friday night. So here are the impacts. That snow out there tonight, wind in there as well. Ice, too, will likely lead to power issues tonight as we add a lot of weight into the trees this evening. And here's the wind gust out there now, near 25 miles per hour. Not a lot, but it doesn't take much, right? With all that weight in the trees, we'll get wind gusts tonight near 30 to 35, and that will linger throughout the day tomorrow as well. So overall, quite a system across the Midwest. They're fun to look at on satellite, but they do lots of trouble across our region, and we have that snow, wind, and ice on the way. Temperatures are critical, right? Right now, even freezing in Rhinelander, also in Merrill, also in Mosinee. So whatever's falling is freezing on contact, and that will change into all snow across the atmosphere later on tonight into tomorrow. All right, so behind these systems, these upper level lows, right, they're powerful, they're stacked in the atmosphere, they go way up there. They like to tug down some much colder air, and look what's going to happen. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, many of us will hold high temperatures in the single digits to low teens. Our forecast then tonight, though, is rain, freezing rain, sleet and snow and wind. All snow late. That snow could be heavy at times, difficult travel. Lots of schools already closed for tomorrow with that low temperature down near 29 for tomorrow. All right, Thursday, scattered snow showers heavy early, becoming less scattered and numerous throughout the afternoon with high temperatures near 33. Also windy with blowing and drifting snow pretty much all day long tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows that snow is likely tomorrow. Also on Friday, probably a couple flurries across the area on Saturday. Finally, a dry day for us on Sunday, but look at the temperature, a high of 18. Monday, a high of 8. Tuesday, 12. And maybe some signs now with some more snow in the forecast Wednesday and Thursday of next week. Dan and Jessica.
A Wausau native competing in the Miss America competition has won the talent portion. Tuesday night, Grace Stanke, who is Miss Wisconsin, won a talent scholarship for her classical violin performance. She won $2,500 in a scholarship. Stanke hopes to win the competition and inspire other young women like her.
As a nuclear engineer and an engineering student, I'm the first nuclear engineer to ever walk and compete for the job of Miss America. And as a woman in STEM, I want to see more representation, more powerful women that are not just engineers, but women who are also musicians, also athletes, also family members, and so much more, because women don't need to be put in a box.
Stanke's career ambitions are to produce efficient, clean, zero-carbon energy for America through nuclear energy in a core design position. The final competition for Miss America wraps up tomorrow.
A 66-year-old Wisconsin man is breaking records after having open heart surgery. In July, Michael Love broke the national record for deadlifting for his age and weight class. He lifted 475.5 pounds just 13 months after open heart surgery. Love was lifting weights at his home gym in 2021 when he started having chest pains. He went to UW Health in Madison, and doctors said he was having a heart attack. He had quintuple bypass surgery to free 5 blocked arteries in his heart. They put his sternum back together with a titanium plate so it would be better suited for working out. Love got back into light cardio 1 week after surgery and slowly started lifting weights again.
When I hit 12 weeks and I pulled, I think, 185-pound deadlift at 12 weeks, that felt so good to be able to, like, put some weight on a bar. And from there on, I just started adding like 10 pounds a week to my deadlift and seeing what I was capable of doing.
Love is now training to break his own record and lift 500 pounds in February. He's also looking to break the bench press record for his age and weight. We'll be back with one final check of the forecast.
Take a look at this, you guys. In preparation for the big snowstorm, the Let's Minocqua Chamber of Commerce put a snow meter outside their office. A live stream camera will capture all the accumulation we'll see over the next few days. Go to minocqua.org or the Let's Minocqua YouTube page to view it. So, Jeff, are we going to be getting a lot of that accumulation?
We are. So today, the ice out there, the sleet, all that stuff. And now it's going to change over to heavy, wet snow tonight. We're not going to miss this one. It's coming. So traveling tomorrow is going to be a thing, especially that layer of ice underneath the snow. So here's the radar beginning to fill back in again. And we're going to get a round of heavy sleet tonight, followed by some really heavy snow for several hours into tomorrow morning. It's starting to happen out there right now. There's a lot of moisture headed our way. Look at all across Illinois. That's going due north, and there's some yellows and reds in there. There's a lot of energy in the atmosphere that's lifting into Wisconsin now that will give us that heavy snow for us tonight. But then look what happens. So the 7-day forecast, all this kind of winds down tomorrow morning. Just some light snow showers by this time tomorrow. Also some light snow showers Friday. There might be an inch or two of snow Friday evening. Then it ends, and look at the colder temperatures, though. The snow's going to stick around Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, hanging out in the teens, even single digits.
And not to be a broken record, but careful on those roadways this evening.
Thank you, Jeff. That's all the time we have. We'll see you back here at 10.